Shout out to G-Man Boxing.
Alright, people, so today Eddie Hearn went on Simon Jordan's show. And, you know, I watched it. It was alright. I think both guys had their moments, got a bit personal at times. It just kinda, how would I describe it? It was what it was. I think again, a bit like the Piers Morgan kind of thing with Conor Benn. Excuse me. I just kind of came away from that with like, okay, that was what that was. There was a few things Eddie Hearn said in it with regards contracts and stuff like that when Simon Jordan was pushing him on that I was kind of like, don't know about that. But the Conor Benn situation in terms of fighting moving forward, etc. Chris Eubank Jr. apparently is the fight that he wants to, well, remake. Obviously, we never had the fight. It was meant to happen at the end, no, start of October. Didn't happen for obvious reasons. And he's now looking to remake that fight. Obviously, he's not looking to do it in the UK. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and places like that were named early June. So it's a weird one because when Eddie Hearn left TalkSport, I carried on watching Simon Jordan thereafter. They had Spencer Oliver on for a little bit. They brought this fight up, and I think it was Spencer Oliver who was kind of saying, like, pretty much in his opinion, this fight is a done deal. This fight's happening because apparently Eubank Jr. It was Eddie Hearn who said this, that he hasn't officially signed for the rematch for Liam Smith. Liam Smith may be going in a different direction, maybe going down that world title road, and Eubank Jr. may very well be looking at the Liam, or not Liam Smith, maybe looking at the Conor Benn fight. Now, if they did it in the Middle East, you would imagine there'd be a lot of money put up for that. It would have made a lot of money had it happened in October. It's a weird one, right? So this fight going into the month of October, before everything came out, I was kind of looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie, I was looking forward to it. I knew it was a bit of a bizarre fight because how apart they were in their respective weight divisions, but something about it was just making me want to watch it. Now, obviously, it didn't happen. At this point now, I think, given the fact as well how Eubank looked in his previous fight against Liam Smith, getting knocked out badly like that. I would say badly, but knocked out. And this is a guy who's never shown fragility in the chin department. Would I really want to see it now, him coming off the back of a loss? I'm sure the hype for the namesake would still be there, but is it as big now as it would have been if Eubank had been coming in off the back of several wins as opposed to a loss? That I don't know. They did touch on as well that it's not going to be in the UK if it did happen, which would make it slightly hard. And it's something that you need to think about as well. Like, Kell Brook has made a video, his nutritionist has said that he's in training camp now. Again, if he was to fight Conor Benn, let's just say in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, somewhere like that, is Conor Benn the draw to be able to bring all the fans over there? Because it's not the cheapest flying over there. And for a fight against, say, a Kell Brook, an ancient Manny Pacquiao, would it really do that well? I mean, namesake with Pacquiao maybe, but I don't know. And again, against Chris Eubank Jr., would people really be willing to go and travel to the Middle East just to see that? Again, with Eubank coming off the back of a loss, that I don't know. The guys on TalkSport seem to be fairly adamant that this fight is likely going to happen next. I mean, judging by the way they were speaking about it, they spoke as if Liam Smith is happy to go in a different direction, and Chris Eubank Jr. is seemingly looking to go this direction as well. I think they even acknowledged the fact that apparently he hasn't actually, although Eubank Jr. released a pic of himself saying rematch is signed and sealed, or he signed the rematch clause, I should say, or invoked it, I should say, better word. Apparently not. Apparently he hasn't actually done it. Now, again, this is what's being reported. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It could be some misdirection. Maybe it's wishful thinking, hoping that maybe, can we still get this fight over the line? Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank, Eubank Benn 3. Could they try and do that? Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe it's wishful thinking. I don't know. But that's the fight they're talking about now at this stage. Early June. Again, like, would I particularly want to see it now at this point? For Eubank Jr., it probably makes more sense in terms of financial incentive, because he probably will get more money fighting Conor Benn in the Middle East than he would, more than likely, fighting Liam Smith again. And coming off the back of a loss like that, especially a loss like that, against the same guy, normally it tends to be repeat. More often than not. There are exceptions, but with Eubank at this point in his career, like he's coming into his mid-30s now. I don't know, maybe he's just after those big paydays and things. Do you know what? I'll take Conor Benn on. I'm sure he still fancies winning it, but I'll take Conor Benn on for a bag rather than avenge that loss to Liam Smith. I'm sure that's probably going into his head. We'll wait and see. In terms of the interview itself with Simon Jordan, I'm going to do a live tomorrow. I'll probably have a guest on for that, and we'll do a little bit more of a discussion on that then. It was what it was. You know, there was moments where I was just kind of like, you know what was annoying about it was there was so much interruption. It made the interview not fun between both guys. You know, Eddie Hearn would say something, Simon Jordan, blah, 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 and Simon Jordan saying, but Eddie was, blah, 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 and it's just, when you have that where it's like girl with the handbags out, it's just like, I don't want to watch this. Now, I did, but that's the one thing that kind of wrecked the interview, if you know what I mean, or wrecked the whole segment, was just the constant talking over one another, the interruption, the loud voice. It was just like, please stop. Like, you say your piece, isn't that how a adult conversation or adult discussion is going to go? You know, you say your piece, you follow through. It wasn't really like that, but there was interesting things, certainly, that Simon Jordan was asking of Eddie Hearn, and again, I'll talk about that more tomorrow on a live, but there was a few. I was actually mentioning the Hatman on the Elements group, some of the things the Hatman was bringing up, and I was saying, well, Eddie Hearn said this, but a couple of years ago, this happened, and you know, it was interesting. It was definitely interesting to watch. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But in terms of this video, not Kell Brook. I was thinking of Errol Spence there, and Kell Brook came into my mind. Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. Would you still, at this stage, want to watch that fight? If they announced it tomorrow, probably not the Zone pay-per-view, probably just the Zone. Now they have the Sky. Although saying that, maybe that makes pay-per-view more likely if they have the Sky channel now, which apparently they do have. I got the email today saying that you just need to sign up and you can get the station now, regardless of your subscription package, which was always the right idea. I don't know why that wasn't the first idea in the first place, but and it's on a postcard. Would you watch it? Would you watch Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. if they announced that fight early June? Let me know in the comments section below. If you could, lads and lassies, smash the like button. Hit subscribe as always if you haven't already. Thanks once again as always to the Hit Company for sponsoring today's video. Lads, we'll chat to you tomorrow. We'll do a live. We'll discuss it then. For now, peace.